Hello friends, how are you? Hope you are doing well. So let us continue our discussion related to the HSC strategic planning related questions and answers. So why is HSC compliance checks are important, or why this HSC compliance check is important for us? So HSC compliance controls represent any number of guidelines or mandates which have been developed in order to ensure that organizations have correctly planned and implemented the necessary HSE control measures. So that's why this HSE compliance check is very much important for us, because we are correctly, or strictly we can say that we are ensuring the compliance related to the planned and implemented necessary HSE control measures. So how do you conduct a HSE compliance test? So we can think about the we can say, first of all, we can build the requirements library. Actually, we identify the applicable rules and regulations, local legal requirements, international standard requirements. So build that requirement library first and go for performing the compliance risk assessment, the gap analysis or evaluation of the compliance, actually we can say. So next is about developing the compliance testing methodology, building the compliance testing schedules, like how frequently we are going for that gap analysis or gap assessment with respect to the local rules and regulations, international requirements as well, and then perform the testing according to the gap analysis, according to your gap assessment program with respect to the or evaluation compliance related program. So compliance evaluation related program, we can say. So we can think about next is the perform that testing, and we can next is we can say issues management processes. Validate those remediations which you have identified during the gap assessments, take actions accordingly, corrective and preventive actions, and monitor the health, safety and environmental performance. Go for continual improvement process, actually continual improvement program. Next is about next question, how do you determine the HSE compliance requirements? So we can say there are certain certain ways to meet the regulatory compliance and standard requirements. We can think about keeping on top of the regulatory changes, or following the change management practices. Update yourself first, upgrade and update yourself first with the recent changes which have been taken place related to the regulatory requirement. Make sure the staffs, the employees understanding the importance of the compliances, designated a team of HSE compliance champions, and building a bridge between the HSE team and the legal team as well. Constantly monitor for compliance with the right tools or assessment tools, actually. So what is the HSE program management? HSE program management is a process of managing HSE programs or initiatives mapped to business objectives, and which can improve the organizational HSE performance and even HSE culture as well. So HSE program managers oversee and coordinate the various projects and other strategic initiatives throughout any organization. Next question is about what is the purpose of HSE management review program? So basically we can say HSE management review is a systematic assessment to measure the effectiveness of the HSE management system of any organization. So measuring the effectiveness of the HSE management system, and we are ensuring that the management system remain focused on the directions of the business and continual improvement. That's why HSE management review system or review program is important for us, and that's what the purpose of this program, actually. When should an HSE management review can be conducted or should be done? Actually, we can think about the frequency of HSE management reviews might be we can say weekly, monthly, quarterly, 6 monthly or annually, depends upon the organizations and the legal requirements as well. So you may decide to have standalone management reviews or combine it with the other business activities, or for with respect to the, we can say some examples related to the strategic planning, business planning, operational meetings, process review programs, or we can say customer requirements of the functional reviews, actually. Next is about who should attend the management review meetings. So definitely it's an important question. So it is important that a member of the top management should chair the management review meetings with respect to HSE. Next question is about what does a HSE performance management review cover. Actually, what does a HSE performance management review is covering? So we are talking about the agenda of that HSE management review meeting, MRM, and where we are discussing certain agenda points. For an example, organizational overview means like the context of the organization, and performance measurements, HSE, and current HSE policies and procedures, communication models, training need analysis and delivery, corporate HSE planning, risk assessments, risk factors, the HSE KPIs, leading and lagging indicators. So these all are being considered as an agenda for HSE performance management review meetings actually. Next is about what is the meaning of HSE commitment. So we can say obeying the HSE laws, rules, regulations of the countries where the companies are operating or businesses are being conducted. These companies are fully respecting those local traditions, customs, work cultures related to the laws and regulations. So attaching utmost importance to HSE and taking adequate precautions. So we are ensuring the workplace are free from hazards and the risks, and we take necessary control measures which are mandatory as per the laws, rules and regulation, even additional control measures which we can take to protect the people from any harm within the activity. So HSE management commitment implies the direct participation by the highest level of management, top management, in all specific and critically important aspects of the HSE management system and HSE culture development. So we can think about this direct participation by the top management. So that shows the leadership and commitment of the top management. What means the HSE committee? HSE committee, or we can say Supreme Committee for HSE, and it is sometimes known as Joint HSE Committee, which is a group of employer and employee representative who work together to identify and recommend solutions to HSE related problems, risks and opportunities in the workplace. So HSE committee shall be constituted by the chairman of the organization or the top boss of the organization, and shall include, besides organizational officials, representative of the end users and the recognized workmen representatives and the factory representatives or workplace representatives with respect to HSE. Now, what are the main responsibility of HSE professionals in the organization with respect to the strategy of HSE or strategic plan of the HSE? So, assuring and advising the senior management on all issues related to HSE is a core responsibility of the HSE professionals in the organization. Ensuring implementation of HSE strategy is formulated by those HSE professionals in accordance with the type of business, local rules and regulations, international standard requirements, and must be creating awareness among the workforce and the management on HSE policies, legislations, standards, guidelines, standard operating practices, best operating practices, risk assessments, environmental impact assessments, the forms, checklists, policies. So whatever related to the HSE management system, the plans, policies, procedures you have developed shall be communicated to the all involved workforce and the management. So creating the awareness leading to the capacity building of the team with respect to HSE. So thank you very much, friends. So now this is how we complete about the question and answers for HSE strategy and strategic HSE plan. Thank you very much.